It depends on if we're talking about intake or exhaust, but typically with a roof system, we're not doing we're working with the intake that's in place, which is typically soffit vents, and those are fairly standard. I feel like the best system typically for exhaust is what's called a ridge vent system. So you find the highest point of the roof system itself, which is hot air rises, and so that's the right place to get the hot air out. And so where it comes to the ridge, where you have the peak, as long as there's enough ridge there to cut enough vent so that you have a balanced system, which usually isn't too difficult to do, then that product itself has cooler air coming in at the eaves, and the hotter air that draws it up to the peak, and it's always escaping. So you have that constant draw of cool air and fresh air coming in and hot air escaping. Second would be the ones that are actually electric. They're power vents, and they have power vents with humidistats, and so it monitors the humidity in the attic space, and they can exhaust vent a significant volume of air. So one or two might do an entire area where you might have had 10 vents before, or 15 vents. Box vents is what most people see, but that would be the third, in my opinion, on the best ones to use. So you have the ridge vent system, and then you have power vents, and then you have standard box vents, and it's just the metal squares that you see up there. And the important part there is that they're along the ridge line, and that they are equal to they're balanced for the intake. Is the key with exhaust at any time, is you want to make sure it's balanced, so you have the same amount that can come in at the eaves as can go out, and if it's not balanced, it can cause issues. It would be in the same order, the effectiveness of the energy efficiency. Now again, it's ventilation is a key component, but so is insulation. So assuming that your attic space is properly insulated, if you have a balanced system for air intake and then hot air being able to exhaust out, you probably get your best results from a ridge vent system, and so there shouldn't be an energy efficiency issue with that system. And then just really the effectiveness of that exhaust system is what's going to drive how well it performs. And the power vent with a humidistat also, make sure that the other types don't have any type of key on is there humidity building up or moisture building up, and the power vents with humidistats do, and so if that's a concern, those are great options.